Hello my lovely friends, my name is Rio. How do you do? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a book video. Sorry. Så let's just get into it. Let's get into the book tapping. Yes, I'm wearing the same thing I wore in the last video. It's the same day. Don't judge me. Okay, I put a hat on so you can differentiate. Okay, so book number 1, the German Heiress. How do you say that? I don't know. This is the book that I just finished last night, and it was good. It wasn't like one of those books that I was like, this is one of the best books ever, but I like enjoyed reading it, and I didn't want to put it down, so I enjoyed it. It's historical fiction during or after World War II, like directly after World War II. So the main character is Clara, and she is she's the daughter of like an influential guy, and they make, like, he has a factory and they make iron maybe, but they also have coal mines. Maybe it's something, I don't know. I mean, maybe they need coal to run the mine, to run the factory, I don't know. Anyways, she's the daughter of this guy who is, am I allowed to say Nazi? Am I allowed to say that on YouTube without getting flagged? He's one of those, basically, fascist. And so it's her, like, she's being pursued by this British officer throughout the book, and she's kind of like struggling with the things that she did to be like complicit, but also like she did some things to help people, because she didn't agree with, you know, what was happening, but also she was complicit in like some of these things. So like, I don't know, I thought it was good, it was interesting, and yeah, if you like World War II historical fiction, it's pretty good. I got this from a little library box, which is like mostly what I've been reading lately, because I'm bored and they're free. So I will probably drop this one back off at some point so someone else can read it. It's raining, by the way. But we are doing some By the way, I haven't read, actually I'll show you one more book that I read after this one. So this book I also got from a little reading library. If you have those in your town, check them out. There can be some really good books in there. So this one is called Homecoming by Kate Morton, and I loved this book so much. Would highly recommend. It was just so good, and I just remember like not being able to put it down, and I just love the story. And of course my memory is like a goldfish, so I don't know if I can explain the story to you. It's set in Australia, and this girl is coming back home because her grandmother is dying. Like she's living in London, and she comes back to Australia because her grandmother's dying. And it's basically like, I don't know, like all these like family secrets and stuff get what's the word? discovered. I don't know. Super good, super good. Like, one of my favorite books that I've read. Would highly recommend. The new, okay, New York Times bestselling author. But I loved this book. And I started reading it thinking that, like, oh, it's a big book, I don't really feel like reading it, it's not gonna be good. And then I, like, got into it pretty quickly. It does involve murder and like a mystery. So that's all I got in terms of trying to explain it, because I don't remember very well. But tapping is good. So the next books are ones that I haven't read. Well, actually, one of them I DNF'd. I'll do that one next. These like videos are mostly just about the book tapping. I just also ramble as well. So I got this one out of a little library box. And I was like really excited about this book because it's about an intersex person, and I feel like that's not super, like, there's not a lot of books that have intersex characters. So I was like, heck yeah. Diversity win, or whatever, you know. Did I say the name? It's Middlesex. But I started reading this and I just like couldn't get into it. And I'm like, I could like read it probably if I really made myself, but I'm just not in the mood to read something that I'm not into right now. So I was like, no, just read something else. But I feel like the writing style is maybe, I don't know how to, like, it's too intellectual for me or something. I don't know. Like, I just couldn't get into it. Just the writing style was difficult to read for me. So I put it down and I'm gonna give it back to another little library. It says it was in Oprah's book club. So, but I was really disappointed because I wanted to like it. But, you know, I read a few chapters and, I mean, maybe it gets better. I just haven't been in the mood to, like, force myself to read something, so I just didn't. But it sounds good. When did this book come out? Let's see. 2002. It's quite a while ago, which is very depressing. That's like 20 years ago. Dear. You know what's funny? So, over the summer, I saw one of my old friends from like high school, and she's like a professor coach now at a college, and she was here for work, and she had like one of her students with her, and we like went out to eat, and what did I say? Like, my friend said something like that was in I don't know, 2010 or something like that. Like, and I was like, wow, it was that recent? And the student was like, that was a long time ago. And I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? No. But I just thought that was funny. I graduated from high school in 2010. I don't think that's the year we were talking about, but it was like somewhere in that vicinity. Maybe like 2012 or something. It's really strange, like, being in your 30s and like, okay, so I think I've maybe mentioned this before, but we watched Elementary, which is like a modern take on Sherlock Holmes, and we're rewatching it because I love it so much. We're almost done with it the second time. Will I watch it a third time? Maybe. I've never been someone to rewatch shows, but I love Sherlock. Like, I love Elementary. This Sherlock, he's like perfection. Like, he's autistic as heck. Autistic coded. And I just love him. Anyways, what was the point? So this show came out in 2010 or 2011 or somewhere around there. 2012 maybe. And that was when I was, you know, in my early 20s maybe. So that was when the millennials were the stupid youth, you know, and like everyone made fun of us. You know, the things that people say about Gen Z now, they were saying about us. And so in this show, they will like make jabs at millennials, and it makes me a little sad because that's when we were young and people would make jabs at us, and now we're not. And people are doing the same thing to Gen Z, and like, it's weird. It's very weird. Growing up is weird, you know? Life is weird. So that's pretty funny. It always makes me chuckle when they like mention millennials, like, oh, they're such narcissists, they want to post selfies on the internet all the time, and blah. So funny. Anyways, I should probably switch books. The bird is loud. Okay. I think I'm gonna read this book next. Because it sounds interesting. It's called The Lincoln Highway. And once again, I got this from my little library. Okay, so it says, in June 1954, 18-year-old Emmett Watson is driven home to Nebraska by the warden of the juvenile work farm, where he has just served 15 months for involuntary manslaughter. His mother long gone, his father recently deceased, and the family farm foreclosed upon by the bank. Emmett's intention is to pick up his 8-year-old brother Billy and head to California, where they can start their lives anew. But when the warden drives away, Emmett discovers that 2 friends from the work farm have hidden themselves in the trunk of the warden's car. Together they have hatched an altogether different plan for Emmett's future, one that will take them all on a fateful journey in the opposite direction, to the city of New York. Spanning just 10 days and told from multiple points of view, Dawes' third novel will satisfy fans of his multi-layered literary styling, while providing them with an array of new and richly imagined settings, characters, and themes. So, sounds fun. I love historical fiction. And I feel like this is a time period I haven't really read a book set in, so I'm interested to see what it's like. It says he is the best-selling New York Times best-selling author of A Gentleman in Moscow. But hopefully it's good. Oh, it was a New York Times bestseller, so that's a good sign. So yeah, I might start this today, possibly. It's always daunting to start like such a big book, because it'll take me quite a while to read, but if it's a good book, that's fine. I don't mind. I love it sound. But yeah, all I'm saying is, if you have like little library boxes, like, I mean, you guys have seen all the books I've got. It's a really great resource, like, if you're strapped for money. I mean, libraries too, obviously, but I don't know. I don't have a car, so I can't like drive to a library myself. I can ride my bike there, but my bike has a flat tire. And I haven't been able to buy a new tube, so also it's raining, so I can't ride my bike currently, anyways. And I don't really ride it in the winter, which is coming, because it's cold, and I don't enjoy being cold. My battery is almost dead. So, all of my battery's almost dead. So hopefully we can just get through this one real quick. So this is called the Moonrise over New Jessup. And I also got this from a little library box. It says it's the literary award winner. Also set in 1957. What a weird coincidence. It's 1957, and after leaving the only home she has ever known, Alice Young steps off the bus into the all-black town of New Jessup, Alabama, where residents have largely rejected integration as the means for black social advancement. Instead, they seek to maintain and fortify the community they cherish on their side of the woods. In this place, Alice falls in love with Raymond Campbell, whose clandestine organizing activities challenge New Jessup's long-standing status quo and could lead to the young couple's expulsion or worse from the home they both hold dear. But as Raymond continues to push alternatives for enhancing New Jessup's political power, Alice must find a way to balance her undying support for his underground work with her desire to protect New Jessup from the rising pressure of upheaval from inside and outside their side of town. Jamila Minnick's debut novel is both a celebration of black joy in a timely examination of opposing viewpoints that attended desegregation in America. So yeah, sounds interesting. This is advanced reading copy. Is this book out? Surely it is. I don't think they'd give it away if it wasn't. When did it come out? That's so funny. 2022. That's so funny. I've thought about doing the like advanced reader things. But like, what if I don't like the book? It's a lot of pressure. Anyways, I think I'm going to hop off of here before my camera dies. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I love you guys. You're doing amazing. And I will see you in the next video.